Hey Super Souls, welcome to the Moon Magic Tarot channel. Welcome back to any of you who are already following my readings, and welcome to anyone who is new here. Now, these are solstice readings, and we are using 3 different tarot packs. They are all very earthy, very tribal tarot packs, and also 3 angels to guide you in. And for your solstice readings, we are asking about your next 6 months in detail, the next 6 months of your life in detail. So the first tarot pack is a Native American Indian tarot pack, and we are also tuning in with the energy of this cherry quartz angel. Okay. For pile 2, we have the black obsidian snowflake angel, and this is an African American tarot pack. That's the cards that we're going to be using. We will of course draw additional runes, oracle cards as well, but these are our primary cards. And pile 3, we are using a white quartz angel. Show that up to you. It's really holding the light. Amazing. So a white quartz angel, and this is a Celtic tarot pack. So beautiful souls, take as long as you need, and we are asking about your next 6 months in detail, and these are our solstice readings. So very powerful time of the year. So it will be the winter solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere, and the summer solstice if you're here in the northern hemisphere. Beautiful souls, I'll leave the video running just for a few moments longer for anyone that wants to take a little bit more time. And if you do find that more than one reading is speaking to you, then I would just trust that there may be some information in more than one coming through for you. So sit, listen to your intuition, trust your gut feeling, and I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Welcome pile 1 to your reading. So we are asking for details, your next 6 months in detail. How are the next 6 months going to be for you? Now, the cherry quartz angel, which is just beautiful, it's an interesting energy because it's actually about stepping up. It's about overcoming problems, and often about leadership sometimes as well, but always overcoming a problem and something getting moving. So it will be interesting to see if that has a reference point to your reading. Let's draw your tarot cards first, and then we will draw oracle cards as well. May we have information, please, for pile 1 about the next 6 months detail for the next 6 months of their lives. What is taking place? Okay, I am seeing this. That card 2. This one and that one. Let's just go with these for the time being. We can always draw more. I'm going to draw a couple of oracle cards too. I felt that I really wanted to use the alchemy cards today, so this is what we are drawing from as well. I'm actually going to do 2 from this pack, and the wild Kyan Yin as well. I will list all these cards as always, beautiful souls. I will list them all in the description box below and in a pinned comment for you too. So I'm just going to leave it at that for the moment. Let's have a look and see what we have. So first of all, grandmother ensures safe crossing. Just looking at the colors on these cards, I mean, this is quite extraordinary already. We then have Chiron here, which is about healing. Chiron is the wounded healer. Place that card down there. And then we have autumn. We have the card of autumn. How interesting, because we are at the summer solstice if you're in the northern hemisphere. So we're coming to autumn, but this is a card of fruition. I mean, look at the gold coins, and there's another gold coin here. How interesting, beautiful pile one. You are coming through and moving beyond something quite in a very powerful and very healing way here. Grandmother ensures safe crossing. Let's have a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Knight of Wands. Interesting, because this is an energy, a go-getting energy, very fast, fiery, speedy energy. He's really kind of victorious here. How interesting. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have a rattlesnake here. The Ace of Pentacles. Then we have the Ten of Cups. This is in a usual Ten of Chalices, Ten of Cups. Look how high. We're climbing a tree, literally. You're climbing a tree here. And then we have the card of the Moon with a beautiful peace pipe being smoked. Okay, then we have the Seven of Wands. Can you see this just here on this, the back of this rock? There is almost, it's like a little dragon here. Can you see this? And it actually has wings, that little one there. Okay, let me move these around. I think that's sort of coming into the camera there for you. Then we have the Knave of Wands. So this is like the Page. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Page as well. And then we have the World. I'm going to throw some runes as well for you, my beautiful souls, and also some astrology dice. There are your runes. You have the rune of Rado, Journey, the rune of Signals. This is like a gift coming to you sometimes, actually, and the rune of the Self. You have Hagalas, the rune of Disruption. You have Awaz, the rune of Defense. You have the Breakthrough rune. Yay! And then you have the rune of Strength. Wow. Okay. Just going to throw the astrology dice for you as well. We have the Sun in Scorpio. Pile one, I think you are almost certainly in the next 6 months of your life going to move house potentially, change your location, and absolutely almost certainly change your job, or you're going to move up the ladder in some way. It's quite competitive. There's something that you see that comes along that really inspires you. Something is going to happen. We're going to draw more clarifying cards around this Ace of Pentacles, this snake. Can you see here we have a rattlesnake? And it is curled around what looks like a shield, but there is a face in it. I don't know if you can see that. I hope so. This feels for me as if, well, what I feel like is, it's almost like something really ancestral that you're addressing here. I feel like your ancestors are something ancestral, something in your makeup, your genetic lineage. Something causes you to kind of like take up the baton, as it were, to pick up something and feel like you need to run with it. I think some of you literally will travel to a new location. We have the rune of Journey. Grandmother ensures safe crossing, often indicates literally travel, that you do move from one location to another, or you certainly go on one very big long road trip. But it's almost like a pilgrimage for some of you as well. It sort of has to happen. Now there's a bit of competitiveness along the way, which is why I'm seeing you move jobs. I think you are called to step up to something. Yeah, I actually do think change of job, change of location, both hand in hand here. This is what we're seeing in the next 6 months for you. And I kind of want to say slow and steady wins the race here. You're going to make very steady progress. And I think you'll find yourself, when you get to where you need to be, you will just know that it's right for you. You know, what we have in this card of the world, and the world, of course, is both a completion and a beginning. And what we have is this beautiful pipe. And what we see in the card of the moon is a beautiful woman, a figure here, smoking a pipe, sending up prayers. I think this is going to be a very interesting 6 months for you. We're going to draw more clarifying cards, because something is coming along that will cause you to pick up the baton. It's maybe even to rise to your calling. There's something quite karmic in this move, in this calling to something new. It may be that something in your world kind of begins to feel, I sort of feel for you guys, it begins to feel so restricting. There's something in your world that begins to feel so restricting that you just can't stay with it any longer. You kind of have to break free from something. Breaking free from a restriction, or not being prepared to, I'm not suggesting that you would be a sheep, but you're not prepared to go along with something here. With the Seven of Wands. Let's draw more cards for you, please. May we have more information? What is it that triggers this? What is it that sets this forth? Some of you may already be feeling uncomfortable in a situation. Nine of Swords. Okay, let's take these cards and see what we have. So we have Nine of Swords. We have the Eight of Discs. Nine of Swords, Eight of Discs, Knight of Swords, the Emperor, and the Princess of Cups. How interesting. Okay. I think that something in your environment becomes too, kind of almost like cluttered or restricting, or too full of other people's perspectives. There's not enough space for you in the world that you're currently in to fully express yourself. Now, you may go off on a journey of study, like you may go off, find a university course or something, or travel to, literally, you may go abroad and travel, whatever your location is. It will be quite decisive. You'll get to a point where you just, I almost want to say, I think you might find that you do something that would be by normal standards considered a little bit impulsive. And it will be triggered sort of emotionally, I think. It will be that sort of feeling of, do you know, I really can't sit with this any longer, or this is just not feeding me, it's not fueling me, it's not giving me enough. I think there's a duality of energy coming in here. On the one hand, we're seeing you kind of dream. I mean, look at these dreams, these butterflies of transformation. And then the world. It does become a dream come true, but there is a period of, it's the bit that triggers it in the first instance. This is what I'm quite interested in. This feeling that something is no longer, like you're wearing a coat and it no longer fits. You feel you need to fix something, heal something. The lower vibrational energy could mean that your circumstances don't feel that great. With the Nine of Swords, stuff is really getting you down. On the other hand, the higher vibration is a part of you is really yearning to do something. You know, you have been dreaming of doing something. You've wanted to break free. You've wanted to release yourself from something. You've wanted to step into a new pathway. And I think in the next 6 months, there is a breakthrough moment when this happens. I think to some extent it is triggered by a feeling of restriction, or something's just no longer fitting with you, and you feel like you need to take up the baton and run with it. What I would also say for some of you, I think someone comes into your world who shows you that there is so much more. You know, like if you meet someone and they're just so inspirational and you just think, wow, I want that. And then you go home. It's like going and seeing a really inspirational speaker who has really made it good. They've overcome challenges, they've overcome difficulties, they've kind of really embarked on their own journey of healing, and they've really done well for themselves. It's like they took that risk, and I think you're going to look at them and think, wow, you go and you hear an inspirational speaker, then you come home and you sit down and you think, whoa, I don't think I can sit and continue in this way. I can't stick at this job anymore. I can't continue living in a world where I can't really climb to the top of the treetops. There is a yearning in you. And I think something comes along to trigger an action that means you take it forwards. You embark on that journey of, it's like following your dreams. You pick up the baton, you run with it, you go on a quest. Some of you could literally find yourselves going on a pilgrimage if you actually haven't got a clear direction. I think something might come along to give you the opportunity to travel, to work abroad. But one way or the other, there is a major shift in location for you, and a major shift in location and vocation, okay? And it is interesting, I do see you moving out of area, or out of the area you're in as it stands, going on a quest, going on a mission. And whatever triggers this, whether it is something that just doesn't feel right anymore, or it's something monumentally inspirational and you've been dreaming of it, wanting it, the big clear events taking place in the next 6 months of your world, beautiful souls, pile 1, is a change in, it's vocation and location. And that is what we're being shown here in your reading. I feel I want to kind of follow through and draw some more cards and see where you're going with this. Can we have any more information? I can see very clearly that this is something that really matters to you, and with the sun in Scorpio, this is transformation. I mean, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. This is transformation, it's rebirth. So it's a very significant journey. In a way, this is one of those scenarios, pile 1, when not only is it vocation and location, but actually the internal journey, the internal growth means that you ultimately become like the bigger, better version of you. You become more than you would ever have believed possible here. With the card of autumn here. Yeah, this is a very transformational period for you. But it's very interesting because the transformation, even though there is an internal transformation, ultimately that takes place because of an external journey, an external transition, an external shift and change in your circumstances. Let's draw some tea leaves and see what else we are shown for my beautiful pile 1. This is the most significant thing that we're being shown. May we have more information about this move, this change in location, vocation? Is it a permanent thing? Is it just a journey, like a pilgrimage, a growing quest? May we have more information, please? I'm actually saying this one. So we have love. Ooh, okay. How interesting. We have love and we have bear. How interesting. So we have love and bear. I'll just place these here. And then we have apple. Temptation will test you. We have November. How interesting. And then we have purse. Pay attention to your finances. Okay, this is danger, especially in money matters. I feel this is very, very interesting, because I do feel you're going to be incredibly tempted. It's like something comes along and triggers you to really, really want to move forwards, to do something different. It could be that someone comes along and the meeting of them inspires you to almost want to up sticks, to leave and go. Now, there is some guidance here on just being thoughtful and careful with your finances here. And with the card of November, you know, we are now in June, so November time is coming towards the end of this next 6 months period. If you set off traveling, my beautiful souls, let's say you go on a quest or a pilgrimage, or you decide you're just going to take a sabbatical, just because you can, you're going to do something different. Be very mindful to be conservative with your finances. You know how sometimes if you set off on a sabbatical and you head off into the unknown, or whatever you are doing, or you move and you set off, maybe you decide to study abroad. Please be thoughtful to conserve your finances so that you can budget for the duration of the time, because this is suggesting, as we approach November, towards the end of this 6 months period, that you will, you know, resources could become a little tight. So it's like going to uni and spending all your money far too quickly and then running out towards the end, or budgeting but not budgeting carefully enough and then realizing you get to the end, the final project, and you have no resources, you've got no money to budget for the materials you need to buy for your final project, or out on the road and spending too much along the way without conserving. So there's a really clear, really clear indication here for you to be very thoughtful with your finances. Be careful with and conserve your finances, because as you shift and moves are very expensive. It's an expensive business, isn't it? If you are moving house, upping sticks, changing location, changing vocation, it really feels like both. So be very thoughtful with your pennies, be thoughtful with your be wise, make wise choices with your money, bearing in mind that whatever this journey is about for you personally, you could find yourself a little bit short towards the end of the 6 months. So be very thoughtful about it. I want to know about the Seven of Wands, the competitiveness here. Let's draw some more cards over that as well for you. Is this because it is a competitive arena that you move into? Or, you know, what are we seeing? Okay, so we see the Hanged Man, the Queen of Discs, and the Five of Cups, which is in reverse. How interesting. Again, I find myself thinking about conserving resources, the competitiveness. Right, what I think you might find along the way is, on your journey, you're going to see a lot. This really is, even though your external circumstances are the environment in which you are growing, you are going to really grow from this. We have the Rune of Strength. You are going to really become, your eyes are going to be opened to very different ways of seeing the world, very different potentials. And with the Five of Cups in reversed, I think part of the learning curve is about letting go of history. It's the Chiron energy. I said earlier that I felt there was some sort of connection to your ancestors. Whatever the baton you pick up, whatever you are taken on, this pilgrimage, this journey, this new vocation and new location, if you fall in love, you may find you fall in love, and if you up sticks to travel, to be with someone, you might find that you are upping sticks and you are moving to a very different culture. This person comes from a very, very different cultural background, perspective, family. But whatever your journey is, your vocation, your location, your eyes are going to be opened up to I kind of want to say your eyes are going to be opened up to the fact that many people live in very, you're going to see so many different circumstances. Okay, part of the learning curve is for you to release some sort of historical something that I think has come through your genetic lineage. Something, in many ways, I think you will be doing something and addressing some things that maybe your ancestors, your predecessors couldn't do. You know, maybe, I don't know what culture you personally come from, but if you're historically your family, perhaps, for example, came from a very rigid structure of relationship or rigid expectations of work, or what, you know, this could be to do with gender as well, what you could or couldn't do. You're just about to breach all of those previously held rules. You know, vocation, location. And you are going to grow from this beyond belief, because I think you're going to see a lot of very different, possibly even areas of, I'm not saying challenge as such, but you might come across, like, for example, if you're traveling widely on a quest, you may find yourself seeing or coming across people who are quite in poverty. You know, I'm not suggesting, I don't know what your circumstances are, but you may see some things and feel called again to give, but do be careful to navigate your resources thoughtfully. It's really important that you don't suddenly find that you simply don't have enough to see you through your journey, to see you through this process, whereby, you know, and don't overcommit. If you are upping sticks and moving to a new location, you know, be thoughtful with your reserves, basically, and because you could find that you're so benevolent and you see things in a particular way, and you really wish to help, and you really wish to sort things out and to assist others and invest in something, but actually, if you do so, you could leave yourself short. But I am seeing you heal from something. This is a very big healing journey. It's really a vocation, location. I'm actually going to draw from another pack of cards for you, my beautiful souls, because I know that this is a 6-month reading, but I really want to look and see where you go from here. Like what's the outcome? What's the longer term? I don't know. Almost want to say, what are the longer term prospects for you? You know, I'm really curious. Let me draw from another pack. May we have a sneaky peek into the outcome. I'm now really wishing I was doing a year rather than 6 months, but we have asked for 6 months, so it's really important that we honour and respect the questions that we have asked, as we are gifted with information. So Page of Wands, the Hermit, and the King of Wands. Wow, how interesting that you actually have the Knight of Wands, you have effectively the Page of Wands, and now you have the King. So the outcome of this is that you actually come into a position of leadership, of, I sort of want to say, with the lizard on his t-shirt here, I think you actually, ultimately, this is like a dream that comes true. The outcome of it, the longer term outcome. Yes, and again, Page of Wands again. This is you, this is about you manifesting. And this is a very personal journey. It's very fascinating. It's an external journey. Stuff happens that, this is you finding yourself. This really, when I say vocation and location, it really is about finding your niche, finding what's right for you, with the Hermit card here. Yeah, that's what we're seeing, pile one. Well, I am just like wishing you the most amazing 6 months. I wish to genuinely honour the fact there's two important pieces that are coming out in your reading, along with this vocation, location. One is that if it feels like a bumpy ride, part of that is actually to jolt you out of your almost like your security, so that you know, when you just start to get really fed up with something, and then someone comes along and they're so inspirational, you think, do you know what, I'm going to do it. Sometimes things have to get a little bit jolty to make us do it, to make us just take that step. And I do feel there's a sense of that for some of you. But there's also a very inspirational pull simultaneously. I feel we've got both sides of the coin here. Literally, I think we have, with the Ace of Pentacles, I think we've kind of got the sting of the rattlesnake, but also we've got the shield of honor, and the it's almost like this is it's like a mirror. It's acting as a mirror. If you look in it, you see your reflection. So there's all that potential to step into, all that potential available, and yet there's this sort of energy of the rattlesnake simultaneously sitting there. So yeah, it sort of feels like the bit that jolts you into this forward motion, and this is where we have the rune of signals, signs, signals, synchronicities. It's amazing when we get signs and signals and synchronicities, but sometimes you know, they can come, it can feel like somebody threw us a curveball. Now, I'm not saying that will be the case for all of you. What I do see is a real, it does feel like there is both sides of the coin, that you will be inspired to do something while simultaneously sort of recognizing that something isn't okay and you really want it to change. And it's this combination of both that launches you forwards. So it's a real gift. This rune is a gift. This is a very personal journey for you. You know, some of you could even be traveling in order to research family history, for example, going back and discovering where you came from. Very, very interesting. Whatever this is, it'll be such a unique and personal journey for you. But this location vocation, it feels, it's got the energy of a kind of a pilgrimage, of a setting forth, a quest, a mission, a pilgrimage, something that is ultimately, even though you're exploring different external circumstances, the real gain as well is the phenomenal internal growth. And of course, this is what Cherry Quartz is about. It's about leadership, stepping up, overcoming obstacles, becoming the biggest, best version of you. Wow. And with Chiron, the healing energy, and the card, the autumn card here, yeah, I think this is very fruitful. The outcome is very, very fruitful for you. However, that second message, conserve your finances as you journey through this 6 months, because there will come a point when you will need almost like a little reserve. You know, put a little nest egg. If you're setting off traveling, put a little nest egg away somewhere that you're not going to touch, so it is still there. So you have that reserve waiting for you. Okay? Because actually there will come a time when you need that little bit extra. You're going to need to draw on that extra cash. Beautiful souls. I'm really excited for you. Do please come back and keep us posted over the next 6 months. It's a very real reading, my beautiful souls. If you're somebody who feels like you don't like change, I'm aware that this could feel, you know, this reading might feel a little bit, oh, you know, do I really want to do this? Honestly, with stepping into the King of Wands, this is like, it really is, it is like your calling. There is a destiny to this. There is a phenomenal resolution within you. You'll never look back. You will never, never look back. Your personal strength is going to be huge because of this quest, mission, vocation, travel, journey, whatever it is. You will never ever look back. And when you well, perhaps when we do another, at the next solstice point in the year, maybe when we do another 6-month reading, you might actually be thinking, oh, wow, I'm so grateful to be where I am now, because we're seeing such strength and such joy of being, joy of creation, freedom, resolution, overcoming something. Yeah, if you meet the love of your life and you up sticks, again, I think it will be something that's very different, culturally very different. This just looks to be the most amazingly interesting 6 months, my beautiful pile one. I'm going to close your reading now. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tons and tons of love to you. If this reading is resonating and you're enjoying it, do please like, share, subscribe, and it would be lovely to see you for some other readings. I post a couple of times a week usually. Sometimes I do bigger readings with extended readings as well on Patreon, so do just check in on those readings, and if you'd like to get them as soon as I upload them, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, everything should come into your stream. Pile one, I am wishing you an amazing and very transformational 6 months ahead. Welcome pile two. You have chosen the African American Tarot and the Black Snowflake Obsidian Angel. Okay, so this is a very protective energy. It's also an energy that is very much about what I want to say, almost like shamanic journeying. Quite interesting, protective energy, psychic energy. Let's have a look and see with your tarot cards what in detail is happening in the next 6 months of your life. So from this solstice to the next, in fact. Okay, I am seeing quite a few cards here that are really showing themselves to me for you. So we'll keep those as they are for the moment. And I'm also going to draw from some oracle cards as well. We will have 2 from this pack. How interesting. I'm just seeing that little one there. And another from here. Okay. Yes, 2 from this pack actually as well. Right, let us have a look and see what we are shown. So you have the card of reddening as well as rotation. How interesting. And then you have, okay, her hand gentles the war. Okay, and the little one rises. So we are asking, what is happening for you in the next 6 months? Very interesting. Let's look at your cards before we say any more, and we will draw runes and throw the astrology dice as well. Okay, so first of all we have the card of the Emperor in a traditional pack. Very powerful energy around your reading actually, my beautiful souls. Then we have the Ace of Cups. Then we have the 2 of Wands. Then we have the 5 of Cups. We then have the card of the Tower. This is in a traditional pack. We have also, this is the Chariot in the traditional pack. Then we have the King of Swords. Oh my goodness me, this is so interesting with the Emperor and the King of Swords. And then we have the 3 of Wands. Okay, how interesting. Right, let us throw the dice for you too. We have Aries. Now that does not surprise me in the slightest. And we have Venus. Okay, how interesting. Because this just feels as though this is very much connected to some aspect of relationship. That this will be predominant in your world. Some kind of relationship, family kind of stuff going on here. So my beautiful pile two, I actually think some aspect of a relationship has, and this has already happened, this is not new, something didn't work out or it went wrong, there was a problem within a relationship with someone, there was a difficulty, and I think you have been in recovery from that and I think you sort of still are. It has predominated your world for a little while, or even for some of you for quite a long while. You know, it was very, very big. It was very, very difficult. It was very strong emotionally. Some of you, some of you may have actually lost someone, or a relationship ended. Something did not work out, and you have been trying to come through that and out the other side. It definitely connects to relationships, to other people. It could be a family relationship, it could be a partnership, it could be a colleague, or a, you know, but it's definitely, this is a people on people reading here. This is all about people, and it's all about how we recover. Your story is all about recovering from something and moving beyond it. And what we're seeing in your reading in the next 6 months, and we will be drawing more cards for greater detail, is that you recover properly, fully. You come out of the other side. Something isn't yet laid to rest. You kind of wish it was, but it's not. You see in this card of the Emperor, we have the elephant. Elephants don't forget. You know, the memories are still with you in a big way, really. And the lion can be very protective, but also quite, you know, that I think you've had to be, in many ways, I think you had to step up into quite a significant position, really, to handle what was going on. I would even almost say, you know, like when you see this sometimes with youngsters, young carers. So in my counselling work, I used to do quite a lot of supervised outreach workers, and we had some, used to supervise people who ran young carer groups, and these little people, I'm not saying they were old before their time, but they took on a lot of responsibility. You know, they had to step up, so they did. And then there was very little time for them to be themselves, to really take an ownership of their own needs. And so I'm not saying that is you, but I feel you had to step up in some way, or you had to take the lead. You may have even just had to take the lead in order to protect yourself. But I do think for some of you, you stepped up, you were leaned upon heavily, but it didn't necessarily work out as you would have liked it. And I do feel this is, you know, it ended up, whatever that situation, and I'm not placing any blame or judgment anywhere. You know, this is an angel of protection, but also, you know, we have the ability to see into other realms. So I do feel with this energy of this angel, yeah, one way or the other, you had to step up, and placing no blame on anything or anyone. Honestly, it was a bit of a nightmare. You know, however that was, it turned into a bit of a nightmare. Okay, but the world turns, and what we're seeing is the proper completion of that process. This is the first piece of information we're being given in your reading, the details of your reading for the coming 6 months. You are finally going to move beyond this. It doesn't mean you will forget, but it will cease to haunt you or linger in your mind or pop up so readily. It's one of those things that I think it still feels as though there's a rawness around it. Yeah, a lot of tears were spilled here, really, I think. Now, my beautiful souls, with Aries, you know, with Venus in Aries, we have our information. This is all about relationships. I think you come through this, and there's a new start coming for you here in the next 6 months. This finally gets laid to rest, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and therefore about new beginnings. With Venus here, I am thinking that we are looking potentially at a new beginning of some kind of a new relationship or a new phase in relationships. I do think there was something that left its mark. It comes to its natural completion, which is a marvelous thing, because it's right. Everything should arrive at a point where we feel free to move beyond something, to move away from something and to move beyond it. With the Three of Wands, I'm seeing courage. I'm seeing opportunity to overcome a difficulty. And with the King of Swords, real clarity of thought, clarity of direction, renewed direction. With the Emperor, something moving forwards, and moving forwards quite quickly from this turning point. So let's draw some more cards and see what we're shown, because I feel there is, whatever it was that you lost, whatever it was that was challenging, connected to some aspect of relationship. It's a general reading, so it will be really unique to you. I think that we are now looking at something that comes along and gives you the very thing that either you lost or the thing that didn't work out. You know, the little one rises here. You know, we're seeing a hand gentles the wall. I do feel you gave a lot. You gave a huge amount to something that didn't then turn out the way you actually really wanted it. Yes, so we have Five of Discs here. So something is going to be laid to rest. May we have more information, please, for pile 2. Lovely, we have Three of Wands. How exciting. Another Three of Wands. May we have more information. Okay, this is a card that is really showing itself, and there's one just in there that is really catching my eye. Let's have a look at these. What is coming in to change this? Right, yes. So we have the Three of Wands, we have the Five of Discs, the Three of Wands. So this is what we are seeing in the next 6 months that is uppermost for you. Whatever it is that didn't work out, that was weighing heavily, that required a lot of time, energy, resources from you, didn't come out the way you wanted it to. We're seeing a fresh start coming here. We're seeing something new. We have the Sun. The Sun often indicates a new relationship, actually. And we see the Chariot again. So this is something moving forwards really very quickly. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Magician. Yeah. Chalk and cheese. Okay, so what's coming into your world is actually very, very different from what you lost. You know how sometimes if something didn't work out and we kind of linger and cling to what we thought we were creating and what we had hoped. This is something that is quite radically different, or this person is quite radically different from whoever it was that didn't work out, or whatever that circumstance was, whether it is friendship, intimacy, or otherwise. This is something that is really quite different. This is someone very different, but really holding, like carrying a torch for you is what I want to say. Really carrying a torch for you. I feel that you were someone's major support in whatever didn't work out, and it certainly didn't give you what you needed, and it left its mark. I think this is now a complete, it's like a turnaround where someone is a major support for you, which is beautiful, because that feels like it's right, that it balances itself out somehow. It's got that sort of karmic destiny, this is what's due to you now kind of feel, that it's just this black snowflake obsidian it feels so, it's got a real karmic kind of feel to it, a karmic flavour. Let's draw some runes for you as well. Okay, fantastic. So we have the blank rune for starters, which is all about new beginnings, potential. This is a bit like the card of the world, you know, which we have the card of the world. Why am I thinking we had the card of the world here? Excuse me, where am I thinking that I had the card of the world and I'm now, no, we have the Emperor. How interesting that I feel like I've got the card of the world here somewhere. When we have the Chariot and we have the Tower. How interesting that I am almost focused that we have the card of the world in your reading, but we have the rune that is the equivalent. This is literally a new world for you. It feels almost like a new world order. Now, this is really, really where you actually do get something that gives back to you here. And I am laying no blame, because whatever has happened, it happened. It happened, and it did happen, and that's how it was. But this is time for you to receive something back. With the rune of Rado, journey. Yeah, I literally feel you journey from whatever you have been tangled in, embroiled in, processing. The processing finally comes to an end. With the rune of fertility, it kind of suggests as a pair together. The rune of fertility is a rune that sometimes requires the completion of something in order to then fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. But this is carrying potential, a potential future. I actually do think the biggest thing that is taking place, there may be lots of other stuff going on in your world, and we have asked for detail, but I feel like this is almost like the priority thing. In my my counselling work, before I really moved more into doing readings and things, when I worked with bereavement, I used to say to people, it's like a background program. Once it starts, it has to run its course, and you can't speed it up. It's like having an upgrade to your computer, and once it's upgraded, it has to reconfigure, and it runs its course, and then one day it is sorted and it's done, and your computer will then run at full speed again, if not better. But actually, while it's processing and reconfiguring, all sorts of other things aren't really running well, and it's just spinning away in the background. And I do feel that you have had this sort of spinning away in the background for a while. And so because it's running in the background, whatever you are doing in your life, I'm not convinced that right now you've been able to be fully present to generate new stuff to your fullest capacity, because this has taken up time and energy. But that processing, that deep layer of processing, is coming to an end. And that is the primary shift that's happening for you. And I think it comes because you have a new relationship. I think someone comes into your world that fires you up, that sparks you up, that really is wanting to give back to you. So someone brings possibility into your world. If you were giving to a family situation, or it may be that your social world picks up, or you meet a group of people or a certain someone who comes along and really says, look, let me support you for a change. Something is coming in that will create that massive shift. And it's a major turning point for you, because in many ways your whole world will then start to transform from the inside out. Let's ask for some more information, please. Some more information for my beautiful pile twos, please. Okay. Tea leaves flying out. Cracked cup. Dissatisfaction with life. We then have the well. Family wishes come true. And then kite, vacation. Okay. If I would also say, this is a very specific thing that will only be relevant to some of you and not all, but if you have been trying for a baby, for example, if you were trying for a family and that didn't work, I think you're going to see that this now happens for you. Family wishes come true. The cracked cup, yes, there's been stuff going on that has taken up your time. But yeah, seeing that the little baby in the cot here in the crib, it did cross my mind that some of you had perhaps been trying for a family, it hadn't worked out, but I think it will come true. Interestingly enough, it might actually come true where you go, you know, when you go on holiday and you're so relaxed, when you're at home and you're trying to get pregnant, or you're trying to make something happen and you're so involved in it and taking your temperature and doing all the stuff you do, and then you go away for you know, you're being really, really mega healthy, and then you go away for a vacation, you have too many glasses of wine, and bingo, the one thing that you've been wanting for ages just happens. It's sort of something coming in here that gives you the something that you really, really wanted. Something is coming in to, it's kind of like almost to replace what didn't work out, but it will be very unique to you each, of course. I'm going to draw some more cards for you, just a sneaky peek into kind of the future. perhaps a little bit beyond this 6 months, but this is within the next 6 months. The most important detail here for you, pile 2, is that something is finally going to be over, and it will, and something you really, really wanted will arrive. It will be different. It's not the same. I mean, if you had miscarried, my beautiful souls, and I'm so sorry if that happened to you. I mean, it's heartbreaking. Absolutely. I mean, these are huge losses. But if that happened, clearly, when you become, if you start a family or something happens, you can't replace the person or the something you've lost, but actually something or someone will then come in. And this is what we are seeing, something coming to you. It's not the same, it's different, it's new, it's unique, but it fulfills the something that you've lost, whatever that was in your world, my beautiful souls. Sneaky peek into the future. Okay, we have the card of Strength. Yeah, this is you overcoming. Absolutely, you overcoming and refinding your trust, your innocence, your belief in life. The Page of Swords, I'm seeing you crossing a bridge, finally. But something comes in to inspire you, which is beautiful. The light bulbs coming here. Something comes in to inspire you. You know, there is that light bulb moment, that kind of opportunity. There's an opportunity that comes. Yeah, if you've had a broken relationship, you might meet somebody if you're studying or something. But either way, that turning point comes. And what do we have here? The Page of Cups. This is the pigs might fly. You thought it would never happen, and it did. It's arrived. Pile 2. I am so sorry that you've been through such a tough time, because you really, really have. But it is now time for a new beginning, and that new beginning will come in the next 6 months. We're being shown this very clearly. Something you've been trying to process and work through. You know, it's finally going to turn around. What you have been processing comes to its natural completion. And part of that is, I mean, we don't forget where something or where we've come from, and I am sorry you've had such a difficult time, but what comes to you is, yeah, it's the fulfillment that you didn't have from the previous thing that went wrong. And it does connect to some aspect of relationship. It's a people thing, whether that's family, friends, intimate partners, children, any of these areas. It's definitely around people. My beautiful souls, this has been a biggie for you, I can see, but this next 6 months is promising you not just that you process something and move beyond it, but actually you move into a space where you can have something that will be so fulfilling, and really, really, it's not exactly compensate, because that's not the right word. We can't compensate for someone or something we've lost sometimes, but we certainly see, and as I said, chalk and cheese, completely different, but fabulous. It's giving you the something that actually really, really you would have wanted had the other thing actually panned out and been okay. Beautiful pile 2. This is a very rich reading for you. It really, really is. I'm sending you all the love in the world. Do keep us posted, you know, do come back into the channel and update us as we journey through the next 6 months. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. If this is resonating with you, do share, like, subscribe, and if you'd like to get notification of any of my readings, I post every single week, always on a Sunday, with immediate guidance from Spirit, just to help navigate right here, right now, and the week ahead, and a couple of pick a card readings usually through the week. I do all zodiac sign readings on Patreon. I have recently done some here on YouTube as well, so do check all of those readings out. If you connect into the homepage, you'll be able to find them. There are so many readings there, the pick a card readings, the timeless ones. They really are a resource. I also have a free library if you are still processing something that is still quite emotionally challenging. do check out my free library. It goes back to my days as an accredited counsellor. It is there as a free resource, and I will put the link in the information box below for anybody wanting to check that out. There are pages in there in the library all to do with bereavement and all sorts of other emotional stuff that may be of value to you. Beautiful pile 2. I'm sending you the biggest hug ever. Tons of love, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Welcome pile 3 to your solstice reading. You have chosen the Celtic tarot and also the beautiful white quartz angel, which is really gathering the light. Quite amazing. White quartz is actually it's not even just protective, it literally attracts positivity. It's like negativity bounces off it. It's an amazing, I have a tiny one of these that I actually tuck into my clothing and carry it around with me. So this is a real energy of positivity here, but let's see how your reading pans out. We cannot know what is being shown to us until we draw your cards. So beautiful pile 3, we are asking about details that you need to know for the next 6 months. Your first card is the card of Judgment, and wow, riding high on a dolphin, which is quite interesting. Okay, that's definitely coming through for you. May we ask for more information, more cards? That one, that one. We will, of course, draw some oracle cards too for you. I'm going to leave it at that for the moment, though we can always draw more. Let's draw some oracle cards too, and we'll be drawing runes and throwing the astrology dice. And I am actually seeing that card there for you. I think that one on the top, and also that one just sticking out there. Okay, let's have a look and see what we have here for you. Okay, so we have conjunction, and then we have fog as well. Okay, that's very interesting. Interesting energy. Then we have Wild Red Rider blessing bestowed. I was about to say just bestowed. Wild Red Rider blessing bestowed, and White Mantra Mother protects. How interesting. Okay, and then we have this first card of Judgment coming out here. I'm just going to place it down here, and we will also throw the astrology dice and get some runes out. Something is coming to a head here. It's like you're coming out of a fog, something that has been, a lack of clarity. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles here. This could be very much to do with your calling, your purpose, your career pathway with Pentacles, or some aspect of your home life. There's something quite practical and earthy here. We have the Page of Wands. Ooh. Ooh, I just feel like this next 6 months, there is a very distinct shift in something for you. Yes. Oh my goodness me. Yes. We then have the King of Pentacles. Then we have the 10 of Wands, which we are showing. Yes, here we are. And we have the King of Cups too. I'm going to have to shift your cards around. We have the Queen of Swords and the 7 of Cups. Let me move the cards around so we can see everything here. So pile 3, I sort of want to say I think your ship comes in, actually, in a really big way. I actually think in both... Firstly, I think that maybe there has been some financial insecurity around you, some financial uncertainty. I think you have been struggling to see your way through something here. And there's 2 areas that we're being shown here, both love, relationship and money, which is why I say I think your ship comes in. It's almost like your ships come in. We are seeing a radical turnaround in this next 6 months, and it's in more than one area of your life. Non-gender specific, your King of Pentacles comes in and your King of Cups comes in. Here they are sitting in your future, and you've worked for this. So I think what is happening with you at the moment is that you're working very, very hard, and I think you've tried to be successful in you know, both of these areas, both in relationship, in intimacy, in love, in relationships, and also in kind of money and career and those sorts of things. I think you've worked very, very hard, and I think you know you've worked very hard, but you're also still in the throes of a period of time where I think there's still quite a lot of questioning and self-doubt as to whether your ship will really come in, whether you're really going to get the rewards that you deserve. I feel like you guys swing a bit from sitting in a place where you so know that this is going to work out. You're probably invested in, I mean, even if you have a day job, you might be invested in something else that you work at like crazy. But you then swing back into this place of, oh, I'm not sure it'll ever happen. Am I wasting my time? You may, if you are looking for partnership, you know, go onto dating sites and feel really, really enthusiastic. And then when maybe you don't meet somebody, you swing back to sort of feeling very despondent, very foggy. And I feel there's a bit of a yo-yo motion going on. What's actually going to happen in the next 6 months is actually your ships, and I say ships are coming in. You see, I do think you are, it's this Queen of Swords. I have two quite strong messages coming from this card, really. One is to do with you being very focused on what you actually want. But I do have a sense of isolation around you. I feel like you've probably had to rise up from some quite tough stuff in life. Maybe you've had some financial things that you've invested in that didn't come through. Maybe you have had some relationship things that didn't work out. But you're kind of swinging a bit here, I feel. And what we are seeing in the next 6 months is that both of these areas of your world work out. I'm seeing you looking at this gigantic pile of gold. It's like it's just that little bit too far away from you at the moment. You're not really, you kind of know it's there, you know it's possible, you sit in a place where you believe in it, but right now you're not quite there. And the same I feel in love. Sometimes you just feel a bit isolated or not quite connected. If you are in a good relationship, it may be that you haven't quite found your tribe. I just feel like there's something around you that feels a bit cut off, as if you are quite isolated, not quite able to bring in the warmth, the depth, the connection that you've been looking for in some way, shape or form. It could be your tribe, it could be your group of people. In both areas we are seeing, I'm seeing exactly both the cups, the emotions, the love, the intimacy, the connection, the human connection, and the financial things, the financial rewards. But Wild Red Rider, blessing bestowed. I do think you actually do know that you deserve this. I think you have risen on more than one occasion. And you're quite good at rising. I think you're going to get better at being balanced. But I do actually feel that the next 6 months will bring you what you want in both of these two areas of your life. However that arrives for you, it's very distinct here. It's very clear that both of these areas are being fulfilled, and you are going to feel so good about yourself here, the Nine of Pentacles. There's such a sense of achievement in this card. Now, I think we should draw some more cards and also some runes. Let's do the runes first. May we have runes for my pile 3. What is happening in the next 6 months of their life? Okay. So we have the rune of harvest, we have the rune of movement. So we're seeing things develop here. We have the rune of Hagelas, disruption. We have the rune of initiation. This is like a rite of passage. And then we have Awaz, the rune of defense. I think you are moving from a place of, it's this place where you've almost had to protect yourself, shield yourself, to a place where you can be, you've even, you know, whether we're talking protection of the heart or protection of your resources, because you've had to be very careful with money, not spend too much. I think we're reaching a place where you are no longer having to be guarded in either of these areas. We are seeing harvest, we are seeing success, movement, the things that you have been doing, gathering momentum. We are seeing you coming through this rite of passage. This rune of defense, I do feel you've had to defend your heart, defend your finances in some way. There is a radical turning point coming for you. You're encouraged to persevere here with the Nine of Pentacles. Don't give up, my beautiful souls. Do not give up. Your ships are coming in. Let's draw more cards for you and see what else we are shown. May we have more information for my beautiful pile 3. What is happening in the next 6 months? Well, this is divinely guided. It's like your ships are coming in. It's like the planets align for you. This is the gorgeous thing about, you know, with the Judgment card, and I'm seeing you rising above things. It's like what you need comes back to you. You're shown the way, you're guided. Yeah, whereas I think you genuinely do feel a little bit like you are driving in the dark or in the mist. You know, you're driving in the mist. You can't really see quite that far in front of you. You know, it's like if you're driving in a mist and you know that you're on the right road and you feel it, you kind of know it's right, but a part of you thinks, well, am I? Because I can't see anything, I don't recognize it. You can only see a few feet in front of you, so you keep going, and it's kind of like you're having to slightly trust. You kind of feel confident in your trusting, and yet it's quite hard for you to sort of hold on to that trust sometimes. I think you're swinging like a yo-yo. You are investing in some ways in moving forwards without the certainty of getting what you want, even though you kind of know that you will. It's like, you know, in principle how the law of attraction works. But it's a biggie when we are driving in the mist and sort of trusting that the universe will bring it to you. You are being guided. This is definitely coming through. Your ships are coming in the next 6 months. We have the Ace of Discs. May we have more information for pile 3. What is happening? Detailed information for pile 3. We have the 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is money and it's love. It's contentment. It's happiness. May we have more information, please? Okay, so we have, where can we place our cards? So move this along. We have the High Priestess, the Ace of Discs, and the 10 of Cups. Then we have the 4 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. How beautiful. Yes. Let me move these. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put them up here. Yeah. We're seeing a really fresh new start. Money coming in. We're seeing contentment, the outcome being success, contentment, happy relationships, that sense that you did it. There's a real sense of you getting there. That's what we're seeing here in the next 6 months for you. Pile 3, you get there. We really are seeing both of your ships coming in here with plenty to share, really, I think. Loads more. It's almost like more and more opportunities coming to you here. I think you'll reach a plateau in the next 6 months where your ships come in, and you know, when you've worked and worked and worked and worked for stuff, and suddenly it all actually manifests and it's just so amazing, and then you're on a plateau because it's almost like, wow, what do I do next? I've been longing for this forever. What do I do next? That's where I think we are heading for. You'll reach a point where it delivers. Your ships come in. And I think quite a midpoint. I'm going to voice that, a midpoint here, because we've got the first 3 cards we drew. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. So we've got this kind of lightning bolt, stuff really starting to happen. And then we had our 2 Kings coming in here. Yeah, it's like the planets aligning. And everything just lands at the right time. So I'm seeing your ships, both of your ships coming in. May we have additional information, please, for my lovely pile 3. May we have additional information for pile 3. Thank you. Okay, we have Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Absolutely. Be careful, don't take risks. Absolutely. So take it steady. Very clear advice here. Very clear advice. Back to this driving through the fog. If you just don't try to hurry things, it's coming. The rewards are coming. Don't try to push for it. Don't try to make it happen too fast. It's just take it one step at a time. It's fine. You're being guided. You're being guided one step at a time. You're going to get there. Persevere. Be careful. Recognition. Reward for merit. We have basket. We then have October and we have Gong, an exciting event. I think all of this comes to a head around October time. I mean, we are now in June and we're looking ahead through the next 6 months. So I think in October time, that's when you're really going to get to that plateau where you're on solid ground, that point of celebration. You could have by then met the love of your life if you are single, or indeed a relationship you're in has moved forwards, you're at a point of commitment, or indeed there is a plateau. Where do we go from here? What are my choices now? An exciting event, some form of celebration around October. So I am seeing your ships coming in both areas of your life, my beautiful pile 3. I don't really feel that I need to draw any more cards. There's very clear information about persevering, very clear information about not trying to rush it. Don't get impatient. This really is a holding your trust, holding your faith. It's coming together. Keep going. Persevere, my beautiful pile 3. I think I will just draw you a couple more cards. Can we have a sneaky peek? Because we've done this in the other readings. A sneaky peek into sort of almost like the future for my beautiful pile 3s. Let's have a quick look at these cards for my beautiful pile 3s. We have, yeah, look at this, 2 more 2s. Well, 2 more 2s, 2 2s. So we have the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. I mean, if you think of an ace as a raw burst of energy, the 2s are when that energy comes together. It's like the yin yang. The energy comes together and it's time to really be able to move something forwards, to consolidate it. What I am seeing is within the next 6 months of you reaching that plateau where you are on solid ground financially, you're on solid ground from a relationship perspective, whatever your relationship status, it gets to a place of solid ground, and you're now ready to kind of like build the future that you desire. We've got 2 kings, for goodness sake, King of Pentacles, King of Cups. You have choices, 7 of Cups here. You have choices. You're going to reach a plateau where you really are, you have more than enough to play with, as it were. And you can therefore really begin to look to the future and decide how you're going to, where do you want to go from here? What do you want to do? You're on solid ground within this 6-month period. But right now, I really get that you may have days when you feel kind of very hopeful, holding that vision, but also wondering if it will ever happen, if it's worth the investment. Yes, pile 3 it is. Keep on going. You're on track. Everything is good. There is a phase and a period to go through. You might feel on occasions like you just want to, can I really keep going? Yes. Hagalaz can make us feel as though we're sort of frustrated. It's not moving forwards. It will move forwards. Be steady. This is coming. Your ships are coming in. So persevere in both of those areas of your life. This is a beautiful 6 months for you, pile 3. There's no question of it. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for joining me for these solstice readings. Do keep us posted. You know, do check back through the next 6 months. Give us an update when things, you know, show up, or you're moving step by step through something. Let us know about that exciting event when you get there. It would be super lovely to hear from you. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is resonating with you, do like, share, subscribe. It would be super good to have you here as part of the Moon Magic community, the Moon Magic family. Beautiful souls, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again for another reading. I do post readings every single Sunday for immediate guidance from Spirit, as well as a couple of other pick a card readings every week. I do all zodiac sign readings on Patreon. This month I have been doing them actually on YouTube as well, so do check those out. You know, really very powerful month at my time of doing this reading. So beautiful souls, tons and tons of love to you. It is such a privilege to read for you. Thank you for being here.